Every winter, millions of people feel it. They sleep longer, yet feel exhausted. They lose motivation, even for things they love. Their mood quietly sinks year after year. But here's the strange part. For some people, the treatment isn't a pill. It isn't therapy, it's light. So how can something as simple as light affect your mood so powerfully? And why does winter trigger depression in some people, but not others?
To answer that, we need to follow the path of light straight into the brain.
As winter approaches in nature, dramatic changes unfold. Animals begin to hibernate. Birds stop singing. Fur colors shift from brown to white. These changes aren't choices. They're biological responses to light. And scientists are discovering something surprising. Humans may not be as different as we think. For a small but significant portion of the population, seasonal changes in light can trigger a form of clinical depression known as Seasonal Affective Disorder, or SAD. What is SAD? Actually, Seasonal Affective Disorder is a recurrent mood disorder. It follows a predictable pattern, appears during specific seasons, most commonly fall and winter. It often improves or disappears in spring and summer. About 1 to 2% of the global population experience full SAD, while many more experience milder seasonal mood changes. SAD symptoms may include persistent sadness, loss of interest, extreme fatigue, changes in sleep and appetite, difficulty in concentrating, and even in severe cases, suicidal thoughts may also appear.
This is not just winter blues. It's a medically recognized form of depression.
Now the question appears, why light matters to the brain? Light doesn't just help you see, it acts as a biological signal. When light enters your eyes, special retinal cells detect brightness, not images, and send signals through the optic nerve to a tiny brain region called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN. This structure is your master biological clock. It controls number 1, sleep-wake cycles, number 2, hormone release, number 3, body temperature, number 4, energy levels, and number 5, mood regulation.
Light tells your brain, it's daytime, stay alert. Darkness tells it, it's night, power down.
Now let's discuss the role of melatonin in the winter problem. When the sun sets, your brain releases melatonin, the sleep hormone. In most people, melatonin timing stays fairly stable year-round. But one leading theory suggests that in people with SAD, melatonin is released for longer periods during winter. Shorter days means longer darkness, resulting in prolonged melatonin, which may lead to excessive sleepiness, low energy, and sluggish thinking. This pattern is common in animals, but unusual in humans. So why does it happen to some people and not others? On the other hand, retinal light sensitivity also plays a role in SAD. One hypothesis focuses on the eyes themselves. Some individuals with SAD may have retinas that don't adjust well to low winter light, eventually send weaker signals to the brain's clock. As a result, the brain misinterprets the season, staying stuck in night mode. This disrupts hormone balance, sleep timing, and mood stability. Theory number 2, circadian phase shift. Another major theory involves circadian rhythm misalignment. In winter, some people's biological clocks shift out of synchronization with the real world. This can happen in 2 ways. First one is phase delay. Here, internal clock runs slow. Second one is phase advance, where internal clock runs fast. A phase delay means hard to wake up. Morning fatigue, and brain thinks it's still nighttime. This mismatch between internal time and external light can deeply affect mood. Why light alone may not explain everything. Here's the catch. Circadian disruption alone doesn't fully explain SAD. Researchers have found other contributing factors. For example, increased rumination, that means repetitive negative thinking, greater pessimism about winter, and learned associations between winter and low mood. Culture also matters. Studies suggest that people in cultures that embrace winter activities may experience lower rates of SAD. Genetics also play a role. SAD tends to run in families, though there's no single SAD gene. Summer SAD, the opposite effect of winter one. Interestingly, some people experience summer SAD. Instead of low light, triggers may include excessive brightness, heat, humidity, and disrupted sleep. This shows that SAD isn't just about darkness. It's about biological sensitivity to environmental changes. Now come to the treatment of this issue. Light therapy is the key role to overcome winter SAD problem. How light therapy works. This brings us back to the unusual prescription. Light therapy. Patients sit near a light box that emits bright, full-spectrum light, around 10,000 lux, with no harmful UV radiation. Typically, 20-30 minutes each morning, under medical guidance. The goal is to reset circadian rhythms, reduce melatonin production, and improve mood and energy. For many patients, symptoms improve within 1 to 2 weeks. However, there are certain limitations and side effects of this method. Light therapy is not perfect method. Possible side effects include eye strain, headaches, insomnia complaints, and irritability. Timing and dosage matter greatly. Improper use can worsen symptoms. That's why medical supervision is important. There are certain other effective treatments. For example, doctors often combine light therapy with cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, antidepressant medication, and lifestyle changes. This multi-approach tends to produce the best long-term outcomes. From all this comprehensive discussion, now we can conclude that seasonal affective disorder reminds us of something powerful. Humans are not separate from nature. Our brains evolved under the sun, and when light changes, biology responds. For some people, winter doesn't just change the weather, it changes the mind. Understanding that connection is the first step toward healing.